Welcome back. Moving on to tax matters. The land use charge has been a subject of controversy among residents since it was received, with many asking for a reversal of increment. Well, the state government showed its responsiveness by announcing a major reduction in the rates and as well as introducing more reliefs to ease taxpayers' burdens.
The Lagos State amended land use charge bill was signed into law by Governor Akinwumi Ambode on the 8th of February 2018. The amended bill comes with an upward review of the charge, with the minimum rate increased from 1,200 naira in 2001 to 5,000 naira in 2018. Governor Ambode even went on to fulfill his civic right by paying his land use charge at a bank.
That's my evidence of payment.
Recently at a forum, the governor told members of the organized private sector that the recent review was in line with the present economic realities and the desire of the state government to build world-class infrastructure and improve the well-being of its citizens.
We should have been doing it every 5 years. But I'm looking at it. If I must sustain, according to what Mr. Napoleon, referred to, if I want to sustain the level of my vision, I have to throw something back to people. I don't need to come and meet you if I continue to borrow money. But you are borrowing to punish you ultimately, which is not what we want. Because it's even the taxes you will pay in some years' time that we use to pay the interest. The number of people that are really affected in all these commercial transactions, they are like 300,000 against 24 million.
Since then, the revised law has received mixed reactions from various interest groups and individuals who express serious concerns.
If you look at the property environment today, or the property market today, the rate of default is very high. You talk to those who are landlords. Some of them had to sweat a lot to be able to extract rent from their tenants. Then the vacancy rate is also very high, especially for commercial properties. And this regime of tax does not take into account all these peculiarities.
Members of the Ikeja branch of Nigerian Bar Association staged a protest against the increment.
The demand is a repeal of this law.
Following these reactions and after what the state government calls an extensive dialogue with various stakeholders on the revised law, the Commissioner for Finance announces a reduction of the charge, a decision reached at the State Executive Council meeting.
I'm happy to announce that Lagos State Government has reduced the land use charge. The basic components of this is the cuts in commercial charges by 50%, reduction in charges for owner-occupier with third party, including industries and manufacturing concerns, by 25%.
This means commercial property owners, who are undoubtedly mostly affected, are granted a 50% discount. For instance, a commercial property valued at 20 million naira, which was earlier billed for 91,200, will now pay 45,600 per annum. Property occupied by the owner and a third party, and properties used for industrial and manufacturing purposes now have a 25% discount. In this case, a 20 million naira valued property expected to pay 30,000 naira 722 kobo will now pay 23,000 naira and 40 kobo per annum. Accordingly, an owner-occupied property is given a 15% discount. That means for a 20 million naira property, earlier charged 9,120 naira will pay 7,752 naira yearly. In addition to the reduction, the state government also waives penalty for late payment across board. It gives tax credit for land use charges already paid and introduces installment payment system.
Other rates and reliefs, apart from the ones stated above, will remain unchanged and will be implemented as stipulated by the law. These include 40% general relief, 10% for 70 years and above, 10% for properties owned by persons living with disability, and 10% for properties that are 25 years old, and so on and so forth.
The state government says the regulation for the review of applicable rates and regime of reliefs of categories of properties and the regulation for a framework for self-assessment will be forwarded to the Lagos State House of Assembly for legislative review and passage.